Hello, Macaroons. Milk Macaroon here, and today we're going to discuss who Anya Edie and Ben Bennett actually are. So, who are Ben Bennett and Anya Edie? Simply put, they're mascots to be used for Moot Macaroon Gaming. And if I decide to have like alternative channels, I'll probably use them over there as well. Now, their names. The reason why they are named the way they are is because there's this website called like mixedname.com, and I was trying to find a name that could be said easier in not only English but other languages. And so Anya Edie became that, and Ben Bennett became that. There's like a whole bunch of different languages in the world, and it's hard to find like a total opposite to English. So I had to look around a little bit. I saw what was available on mixedname.com. I found Hungarian and English. And so I tried picking names that intersected in both cultures, both languages, and I ran with it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Those are the English alphabet letters I was using whenever I was thinking about names for these characters. Anya is A, Edie is E, Ben is B twice, and so on. Originally, Ben was supposed to have a C surname, but I couldn't find something that had a nice ring to it that was catchy. So I picked Ben Bennett, which is a double name, but it's enough to resonate with some folks, I'm sure. Anya Edie, her surname looks weird. I'm probably saying it all wrong. It's supposed to be Eddie or something like that, but I say Edie. That's basically how they got their names. Their looks. Okay, so I went to Freeso. I took a look at all the different little heads and bodies that were available, because in The Sims 1 you can only choose a head type and an outfit type. You don't get to like mix and match like you can in later ones. So Freeso is this fan version of The Sims Online. It no longer exists, but while it did exist, I went ahead and made concepts for Ben and Anya. And so Anya had one look, Ben had another look. And so I'm like, okay, cool, I'll take these looks. I went over this in like The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 Let's Plays. If you want further details, check those videos out. I'll link them in the description. Now, I've picked an old gaming program because you go so far back in video games, you have limited options. So I like retro games. And so that's how come I went so far back, because I wanted to have the same looks I can replicate in future games or other retro games. That's why they look the way they do. Freeso gave me the options, I took them. With the concepts out of the way from Freeso, we moved on to the actual games that would be their baseline characterizations. The Sims 4 I chose for Anya because Anya had a very specific look in Freeso. And because I have a specific look in Freeso, it's a little trickier to put her together the way I wanted to. So I took her over to like The Sims 4, and that became her baseline world. You go over to Ben. He is a little easier to create in like The Sims 3. It wasn't perfect, but it was better than nothing. Plus, Ben's background, hate to say it, historically speaking, Ben would have thrived easier in like 1950s America, Pacific Northwest perhaps. Ben was created in Sims 3 as a baseline, and Anya was created in Sims 4 as a baseline. Future plans for these two. Anya gets to go in games where being chaotic neutral to evil is rewarded, whereas Ben gets to go to games where being a hero is rewarded, being a good guy, so to speak, is rewarded. And so that's what we're doing with those. So Anya, the plans are right now, Anya gets Power World, Skyrim, and whatever other game that rewards being a chaotic neutral person that has a character creator. That's what we're going to use for Anya. Ben, I have plans in the works for Stardew Valley, Palia, and whatever other game will allow him to be a good person, have kids, and also maybe get married, and then he leaves everything with the kid that he left in that world, the biological kid. Anya, she's probably more likely to adopt. That isn't her focus, is creating family. She just wants to live it up, do what she needs to get done in a current universe, then she's on to the next thing. Now, what they are supposed to be, Ben and Anya are supposed to be universe hoppers. So they get their business done in one universe and they teleport off screen to a different universe. That way they're used across different games. And their characters will develop according to the games that they end up in. But the baseline vibe can still be seen in The Sims 3 and The Sims 4. Now, why I chose certain colorations to represent them. If you look at like the archetypical good guy type characters in like various video games, you get Link, you get Samus, you get like Simon, Cloud, all of those, they have like a blue-eyed blonde look going. And so, of course, I put Ben with the blue color because blue is supposed to be a calming color, and it's more for like, it looks better with a blue-eyed blonde. as video games use them. So that's why he ended up with blue. And plus, he's supposed to have a calmer type of vibe anyway. You go over to Anya, she got green because if you look in like older Disney media, especially, green magic is usually bad magic. And green is seen as like a bad guy type of color, and Anya is more of a bad guy than anything. And so that's why she ended up with green because A, it's a little bit more different. It's not like another primary color. And B, it fits the vibe better. Now, are there plans for a third character? Probably not, but no promises. If I do another character, they'll probably have a red theme and their name will have like D, C, or F to start it all out. And they'd probably be more of a non-binary type character, so they could be put in like games where there aren't any kids involved, like Animal Crossing, My Sims, stuff like that, if I go through with it. Now, I plan to only stick with Anya and Ben for the time being, so don't get your hopes up on like a third character. It's possible, I haven't ruled it out, but Ben and Anya are my focus right now. So that wraps up their concepts and who they are. They're just simply mascots used for different games. And I figured why not? Get like a consistent recurring character. It'll do well for the channel. If you like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.